Tempeh, tofu, soy, phytoestrogen. It's a topic that people still don't really have a clue or being left clueless on the sidewalk. So let's step right into and let's talk a little bit about it. What's up guys, it's me again, Nino, and today I finally want to talk about soy and phytoestrogen. It's been a topic for over years, been debating over a decade about it, and people are still kind of left clueless. People are still asking me, especially my clients out there, they always asking me, hey, why do you introduce me to soy products, or why do you include soy products into my nutrition plan? So this is why I make this video, to finally give you an update on everything that has been studied, that it has been scientifically proven, and to make it as simple and short as possible. So before I dive into the phytoestrogen topic, I kind of want to start off with the soy, the basic, where it comes from, what it is, what kind of sources you actually have or tried before, and what kind of value, nutritional value it actually has, especially for your body. And to start off right away, soy, or the soybeans, it's been used for thousands of years, and it actually comes from East Asia, first started off. So, and it's been super known for its edible bean, because you can make so much out of the bean. You have it in an unfermented, fermented way. The unfermented way that you probably have seen or tried it before is tofu, something like this. It can be a block, it can be chopped. And another is the soy milk, or skin of tofu, but also the edamame that you probably tried before when you went out for sushi. And the fermented way, it can be tempeh, something like this. I don't know if you can really see it. A pretty solid block that you can chop in, super delicious. One of my favorite sources of soy, but also soy sauce, the natto kind of sticky kind of paste of soy sauce, but also you have miso soup, okara. There are plenty of sources and very good sources out of it. And coming right next to the value or nutritional value of soy. So a lot of people still think it doesn't have a lot of protein, but actually this is one of the best plant-based protein you can have. And I don't like comparisons, especially with meat, but comparing soybean to meat, it actually has a way higher protein amount than meat. So check it out, raw meat and soybean. Google it, get your research by yourself, and just get the results, and you will be astonished how much more protein it actually has. And it also contains a lot of fats, but it's monosaturated, polysaturated, a lot of very good fatty acids, omega-3 sources, so it's a very good source of fat. And again, I know a lot of people are afraid of fats, but those are very good sources of fat. And it also has, like every other plant-based food or source, it doesn't have any cholesterol. It has a lot amount of calcium and iron. Iron, for instance, to just carry oxygen to your muscles, to your tissues, and calcium just for bone structure, keeping your strong bones and teeth, nails, and everything else. So it's a very good source, and it should have been so underestimated from my side. And now coming to the more complex topic of phytoestrogen. And this is probably the main thing why people are so worried about. And we gotta break it down, phytoestrogen, it has estrogen in it. So a lot of people think it can mess up or can give, especially male people, more estrogen. So it can influence the endocrine system to them. And of course it can, but in a very good way. So phytoestrogen, phyto means plant, estrogen still stays the estrogen, so it's a part of your endocrine system and a very important part for both female and male. And for all the people that still don't know about the endocrine system, female and male both have testosterone and estrogen. So you gotta keep in mind you have both. The female has more of the E, the estrogen, and the male has more of the T, the testosterone. So just keep it in mind, you both of you have everything. And the good thing about phytoestrogen is, and it's been studied, and I will link down some sources and some studies that just before I dive in a little bit more about phytoestrogen, is that there's one study I linked down below. It's been published in 2010-11, and it has so many bad, scientifically proven results how bad phytoestrogen is. But then in 2009, so not a couple years, but like 7-8 years later, everything that was proven in 11-10 was being vanished with the new studies of 2019. So now I was like, wow, so you're giving out like wrong scientifically proven results, and now a couple years later, because a lot of people are trying to go plant-based, going vegan, more studies been introduced, and now you can see that the studies back then were so wrong, and now you have the new studies giving you all the results that phytoestrogen, soy, is actually one of the best sources you can get. Not harmful at all. I will come to a couple points later to just keep it as neutral and objective as possible, but it's not bad for you, and keep that in mind. It's not. It's not bad. And coming back to phytoestrogen. So phytoestrogen, as I told you, plant-based or plant estrogen actually blocks and moderates and balances your endocrine system. So there has been a study, I didn't link it down below, but you can Google it. It actually gives you, or kind of like moderates and balance your bad or too off normal phytoestrogen with the phytoestrogen. So this is actually a really cool thing in my mind, to have plant-based and actually balance out your whole endocrine system. And for the males, because they're so afraid that it kind of affects the testosterone, it doesn't. It really doesn't. And there's actually a study, again, I didn't link it below. I didn't really like, all I linked down below is like the essential information that you need, but do your own research. At what I always suggest to all of my people out there, to all the clients, to all the people that ask me, because I can tell a lot. I can tell you everything. I do this on my own, and but still do it on your own too, to just be sure, because there's so much you can learn, and it's so complex, and especially the area of phytoestrogen including soy products, so much you can find. But coming back again, it actually stated that even prostate cancer can be reduced eating soy. Fertility can be improved. The menopause can be outbalanced or reduced and give you less bad symptoms about. And especially breast cancer. In the study of 2010-11, it was being said that it can cause breast cancer, and now in 19, it's actually improves your cells, so it actually can reduce breast cancer. So just giving you an example here. But again, there's one thing that I found, and I linked it down below. There's one area, and again, it hasn't been really studied, and it's caused the microbacteria in your gut and the neural system in your brain. It can have an effect, but only for unborn child. So it won't matter to you, since you're right there in front of the camera and not in your mother's stomach. But just to give you an example, what I found that hasn't been studied a lot. But again, this study also tells you that they're not sure 100% if this is the case, that it can actually affect your brain, neural brain system, or your microgut bacteria in a bad or positive or negative way. And the other thing that I can tell you why soy can be bad for you, but like everything else, is you are are allergic to it. And that's simple as it is. You are allergic to it, so that's a thing. But it can carry out, but you can also keep it all your life. So you're being allergic to it, or at some point you won't be anymore. And that's the only thing. And another and last statement I want to give you is, there's a study, again, never linked it below, do your own research because it's just a number and I don't want to like correlate to the number, is that I found out that 90% of the soy sources in the United States are genetically be modified. So it's a GMO product. So what I can tell you to do is just stick to organic, plant-based soy products or sources. This is the only way you can be sure, but you can never be sure, but just to give you really a neutral, objective perspective from my side, and just to tell you that the soy sources aren't that bad. All right, guys, that's it. More than 10 minutes of it. I wanted to make this way shorter, but just being said, it's so important to tell you in 2020 that you won't have any problems. Don't be afraid. I'm not suggesting you to eat it every single day, even though I eat my tempeh pretty much on a regular basis, my tofu, and haven't had problem in, I don't know how many years I've been eating it, but you don't have to. You don't have to, but if you do, don't be afraid of it because it can only have a positive outcome on your body, on your endocrine system, if you're talking about phytoestrogen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Finally covered this. If you like this video, I would really appreciate to give it a thumbs up, especially because I make this in like without cutting. So give it a thumbs like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't too, and just help me grow this channel so I can make more videos, to improve my videos, to just get it better, to do more research because it takes so much. I don't know how many hours I've been studying about phytoestrogen and soy, and I just made it as simple as possible. You can talk so much more, you can really dive in and go into this scientifically genre, and but just wanted to keep it as simple as possible and as neutral and objective as possible. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and again, don't forget to subscribe, like, help this channel grow, and see you guys. Thank you.